surface. You have the regime continues to flounder. Their approval numbers continue to fall. Obama is out. He has said I've got one of the most amazing quotes. It's nothing he really hasn't said before, but the way he put it all together in this paragraph about the American dream and what the middle class in this country wants. It is so indicative, so illustrative of just how limited a scope Barack Obama as president of the United States has for people and their ability to achieve in this country. The bar is so low in his mind for what you need and want to be happy. Wait till you hear it. So we got, folks, lots of stuff today. There are cracks in the establishment. You might say chinks in the armor. A dent. Oh, it's a good thing I don't work at ESPN. Dent in the armor out there. Now, the primaries, let's go back to this brokered convention business, or this managed convention. The primaries were invented to take the power away from the party elites who used to pick the nominee at the convention. When was the last time it happened, Snurdly? When was the last time that there was one of these conventions where the nominee was chosen? On the Republican side, wrong-o, dude, but I know you got a bad sciatica nerve out there and you've got an excuse for being wrong. It was 1976. It was in Kansas City at the Kemper Arena. It was Reagan and Ford. That was managed. That was a convention where the nominee was chosen at the convention. I lived in Kansas City at the time. I have so many memories. Nelson Rockefeller came to town, and of course, he had to do the obligatory thing, tour the art museums. He went to the Nelson Atkins Art Museum and the media in tow, and he stands there, he's pointing at some painting. And then he had to go find the finest restaurants in town, and they showed him drunk practically on the floor of the convention one night with the New York delegation all out of whack because the Rockefeller Republicans were on the verge of taking it on the chin with Reagan. It turned out Ford ended up winning things, but I also remember on the last night of that convention, Reagan stayed at what was the Alameda Plaza Hotel in the Country Club Plaza. Just a fabulous, fabulous place. And the orchestra, the music for the convention was provided by a guy, I think his name was Benny Benack. And I was watching ABC's coverage. David Brinkley was, I think it was ABC in 70s. Yeah, it would have been ABC in 76. And the one night, might have been the last night, the convention was almost out of control, and they had Benny Benack playing music, trying to soothe everybody, get everybody calmed down and ready to move forward. And I remember Brinkley was one of the driest wits I ever. He was just. Marion Barry delivering a speech, 84 convention, San Francisco, and he's ranting and raving as the mayor of Washington, just going. Sounds. You can't understand what he's saying, except tonight we on the inside. And Brinkley said, and that is my mayor. It's all he had to say to tell you what he thought. Anyway, Benny Benack is playing the music of the Republican convention, trying to calm everybody down, and Brinkley said, it's not that Benny Benack's repertoire is so limited. It's that the delegates don't seem to be able to be controlled here. And just every time Brinkley opened his mouth, it's like Rick Perry. Rick Perry makes me laugh. When he stands up and smiles, he makes me laugh. So we've set the table. There's going to be a lot of Santorum news. Right now, there's not a whole lot of Romney news. There's not a whole lot of Gingrich news, but there is some. Mitt should get out of the race if he loses Michigan. That's what Newt thinks. We've got sound bites. We got Jon Meacham, by the way, formerly of Newsweek, on Charlie Rose last night, claiming that I have ruined politics in America. Hey, you want to hear that? Grab soundbite number 2. I, your host, El Rushbo, has ruined politics. The guest was also Michael Beschloss, the presidential historian. And they're discussing the American presidency on President's Day on the Charlie Rose Show. And Beschloss says, you know, money has taken on this awful role in America. And now, you know why we said, did you see what Obama's PAC raised in January? His Super-PAC. Obama's Super-PAC, folks. Sheldon Adelson, the Las Vegas guy, the Venetian guy, has given Newt $21 million and is talking about dropping another $100 million. Did you see that? Sheldon Adelson is thinking about dropping another $100 million for Newt and somebody else he doesn't say. In Obama's Super-PAC, there is a total of $58,000. And $50,000 of it came from one donor. One donor put in 50 of the 58,000. That's now. How many of you have been, and me too, believing this silly notion Obama was going to have $1 billion war chest? A lot of people believed it. 58,000 in the Super-PAC. The Super-PAC, there are no limits. If Sheldon Adelson wants to put $100 million in it, he can do it, for example. And he's put 10 and 11, respectively, million in Newt's campaign, Super-PAC. Obama, 58,000. So here's Beschloss. Oh, gee. Money has taken on this awful role in American. This is a presidential historian. We are told this is the foremost, the most renowned, the person with the most expertise, the highest regard. This is the go-to guy on the presidency in terms of history. And his lamenting that money has taken this awful role. Where has he been? How long have people been complaining about money in presidential politics? My whole life. So what is it all of a sudden now money has taken on? It's an awful role. Could it be that he's just upset Obama's not raising as much? That would be a very cynical view, but what else could it be? Anyway, that's what he said, and Meacham, formerly of Newsweek, where is he now? Where's Meacham? Is Random House executive editor, which means he's the executive editor of novels, right? Books. What does Random House do? They publish books, right? Okay, so anyway, here's what he said.
To be primaried is my favorite new verb. I'm getting primaried. It's this Rush Limbaugh astroturf all around the country where every district has their talk show host. And if you're an incumbent member of Congress and you reach out and you don't stick with the orthodoxy, you're going to get killed every afternoon. And that's going to encourage somebody to primary you. Sure. It becomes expensive. It becomes embarrassing. So suddenly you find that why the hell stray from the orthodoxy when I'm just going to pay for it?
So I, your host, El Rushmore, have ruined politics by spawning thousands of local talk show hosts who hold politicians' feet to the fire. The way, exactly right. There's a way to translate this. I, your host, El Rushmore, having spawned thousands of local talk show hosts, have finally created discipline in the party. You campaign for election, you win, and if you don't govern that way, you are going to be held accountable. To Meacham, this is a problem. It's a problem because there's not enough latitude to lie, not enough latitude to spin and flail and get away with not doing what you said you were going to do. Damn Limbaugh, and damn these talk show hosts, and damn this accountability.
Doing
we'll
the
be
work
back.
At the mainstream